This week's theme is childhood obsessions. Now, if I were to say I was only obsessed with only a few things as a kid, I'd be lying. There were at least 10 things I loved to do as a kid. Oh, by kid, I mean like 10, 11, and 12. When I was 10, this new fad appeared in like all preteens across North America. They were called Tamagotchis, and if you wanted to be cool, you had to have at least like 5. So it was when I turned 10 that I had gotten a Tamagotchi with one of those really weird version 1s, like the very first ones, and it couldn't do anything. I was like happiest kid in the world, and I remember when I got my version 2, I was crying of happiness. That's how much of a fad they were. Like, that's honestly how much of a fad they were. I was just like, oh my god, if you want I could show you them right now. This was my very first version 1. Oh god. You see, it's so old that even the text at the top is all blurry, and see, look, I'll even focus it and you can't see it. Okay, so that was my very first Tamagotchi. This is my version 2, the one I cried over. It's extremely old, just not as old. As you can see, it has like lipstick and stuff, girly things all over it. And the version 3 I had was, this was my version 3. I think this was like my life for a couple of months. This is my version 2, again in clearer form. I was so obsessed. Now it doesn't even have like a back to it. My version 1 is like my most prized possession. This is basically my 10 and 11-year-old life. This held a capacity of about 30 generations. That's how much of a good parent I was. Back is still intact. When I was a child, I was also obsessed with making forts. The kind of forts you build when you just like sit behind a couch and you drape a blanket over top. Those kind of forts, yeah. I made those and I just like sat under them. I could sit there the entire day, and I'd get my parents to bring me food, and it was just the best. I used to be obsessed with making Play-Doh cookies. I used to own like a whole crap load of Play-Doh, and every single day I would just mold them into weird colors and things, and I would put them on the heater. Like the heater would be the oven. I'd put them on the heater for about a few hours. I'd come back, they'd be all like hard, and I was like, I found so much joy in that. I don't know why. Come to think of it, I can't really remember many of the things I know I have. Oh, right. Oh my god, this is gonna sound really lame, but when I was 10 and 11, I had this big, huge obsession over Neopets. Now, if you are about the same age as I am, in your teenager years, you would know that Neopets used to be once a very popular website. Like, before it was better than what it was like a couple years back. Like, before it was just, it was like if you played Neopets, you were so cool. If you had a limited edition pet, you were so cool. If you had this many Neopoints, you were so cool. I was never a Webkinz kid. I never really got into Webkinz. I never really played Webkinz. I was never that much obsessed with Webkinz. I don't know why. Just Webkinz were never that much of a part of my life. Also, Build-A-Bear, I think. Yeah, I used to have my birthday party at Build-A-Bear every single year. I still do. And I have like over 9,000 Build-A-Bears. Like, no, I have like 5 or 6 or 7. No, I think I have like 6. What else was I obsessed with? Oh god. I used to have this toy. I couldn't decide whether it was a hedgehog or a rat because it looked like both. I don't know if I can find it right now. But anyways, when I was 5 or even less, I used to play doctor with it. I used to like mix stuff, and I used to give weird injections, and I used to be like, I used to just play doctor with it, and it was just the funnest thing in the world. I'll see if I find him now. It took a whole lot of digging through my old toys, but here he is. Don't judge me. I don't think he even has a name up to this day, but I know he was with me for basically my whole life, like since I wasn't even capable of walking. And then I used to like play doctor with him. As you can see, he still has some crap in his ears where I used to give him eardrops. See? I used to give him eardrops, and now it's all crusty in there. It's because of me. It's because of me. And then he had these tooth problems, apparently. I spent about my whole life trying to get this out. Let's see. Well, my generation is considerably smarter than yours. Although we probably have the same generation. It's kind of creepy. I was never one of those kids who carried their blankets around all day. No. I do that now. I was a pretty hyperactive kid. Like, I would get up at 8, stay at the park until like 10, come home, watch the Berenstain Bears, and go to sleep. That's how my life was, and that's how it still is. No, seriously. I think that's all the obsessions I've really been obsessed with. Oh yeah, me and my friend, Yulia, if you're watching this, rock collection. Me and my friend had this rock collection, and every single day I would like come over to her house, and she's seen it a billion times, and I would still show it to her and explain everything to her. And I'd be like, this is a turquoise, this is an antithesis. I don't even know where that went, where all those rocks went. Oh yeah, they're in my closet. So yeah, and like she used to be like, and she used to do the same exact thing. She used to bring her rocks over to my house, and we would do a show and tell, even though we already knew each other for like all our lives. We'd still do a show and tell, and we were like, oh my god, that's the coolest rock ever. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. I'll see you today, since today's Thursday. See you on my Andy Says channel, because I probably uploaded something there. And if not, I will see you next Thursday on both channels. Ciao!